Hello, hello, good evening. It is Nemi Batstone here at Nemi's Crafty Cafe in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, about 20 minutes outside of Winnipeg. So, it is late. It is 8:30 p.m. Central Time here, and I'm coming on too late because of some craziness. My whole day was planned. Everything was planned. I had the house to myself. The kids were going to soccer. My husband was taking them. And then at 3:10, all of a sudden we get the, oops, I forgot I have volleyball. And so, last minute we decided that it made more sense to divide and conquer and allow them to do volleyball and have one parent take one kid one way, another one take the other one the other way. And then my car broke down. So, cheers is right, Lena. I should probably change my tea to something more winey. So, oh, that's so refreshing. So anyway, chilly night. So as soon as my husband got home from my youngest one's soccer, we grabbed the trailer in case we had to tow the car home, headed to my son's school. And of course, you know, my husband touches it because he's a mechanic and it starts. So we think it was the security bypass, so drove it home, got home. One kid missed soccer, such is life. Hi Gail, how are you doing? So anyway, please do continue to say hello so that I know you're there and my volume is working. And that you can all hear me and see me. It looks like I've barely got any delays. There's no wind, it's calm. It's dark. I feel like it's 10 o'clock, but it's 8:30. So I'm going to try not to keep you too long. So I'm going to flip my camera. And like I said, we're doing birthday cards today. I have 3 birthdays this month. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 friends that are having birthdays, and it's coming up in the next couple weeks. Although I have lots of cards here, I really wanted to use up some of the stuff I had on hand and share with you some of the, one of the designer series paper. I forget what it's called. I'll just grab my book real quickly and share it with you. But I know it's paper that most people are like, wait, at least my team was like, what's that? So anyway, but I'll show you how you can make it really work well. Thanks, Kathy. You know, it's just those little things that, you know, it didn't even really stall per se. It just, the security bypass just wouldn't let it run. So, and who would have known that my RAV4 had that feature? So at least I didn't know it had that feature anyway. So that was good to know. And I'm glad I didn't have to go out and buy a new battery or something crazy like that kind of thing. Okay, so I have my camera flipped. And I am just going to make sure I can see all of you and at least see your comments. Okay, and there we go. Good to go now. Okay, and my other son's running around the house or walking around the house like a zombie. So not sure what's going on there. So yesterday, free shipping ended. Wow, what'd you think of that? 72 hours of free shipping. Never had that before. I think I ended up placing an order each day because you know what? It just doesn't matter because there was free shipping. So took advantage and made sure we all got in on that. Did place everybody's orders that came my way. So thank you very much for ordering this month. Those of you that ordered over 100 will be getting your free jewel pack. It should be arriving with the order. And then I will send those out with thank you cards. So the paper we're working with today is Masterfully Made. It's 12 by 12 designer series paper that lots of people were like, what is that? And I mean, A-side, right? It is kind of busy, kind of a little cray-cray. It's like, what do you do with it? It kind of looks a little more artsy-fartsy, disjointed. But I love this one. I had a really hard time cutting this sheet up. It's so pretty. And I really, I didn't want to. So yeah, so I've been playing with it and made 3 cards for you tonight. And hopefully we can get through them quickly so that I don't keep you awake. So get comfy, get cozy. I will probably not go through a lot of the measurements just to speed things up. And just a reminder too, I did have to change monthly card club because it is on Sunday. That Sunday we have like 3 soccer games. And of course they run till like 3 o'clock. So right into my time slot. November 9th, I'm stealing one of my Thursday lives, and we are going to do jumbo tags, Christmas tags and bingo. I've been just finishing them up, got everything cut, but here's a sample of a jumbo tag. So it's a nice, pretty big tag, and you'll need the Trucking Along bundle. So I know the stamp set's currently on back order right now, but should be in by the 23rd. So I think we should be good for the 9th. November 12th, we have 5 spots left, I believe, for the mini album class. So that you definitely want to join in. And then I'm still getting the final number or dates for Stamp and Sip Night, which will be in a local coffee shop. And then Stamp Camp in December. So just to get your last minute Christmas shopping. I also forgot that my next one is also on my Facebook Live, is going to be a Christmas series. So we'll get ready for craft fairs and Christmas together, and I'll share some really quick and easy ways to batch your Christmas cards and get those going. So let's get started. So masterfully, what did I call it? Designed paper. So I have 3 cards for you today. And the first one I'm creating for you is this one. So one of my friends likes really bright colors. Another one is more of an artsy fartsy. So I thought this was perfect designer series paper. I mean, this paper, they will totally understand. And like, I do love that pattern. I love the colors. And part of the reason I picked this too is if you get my newsletter played with Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and one other color I can't remember. Anyway, they go great all year round. So it was something I definitely want to play with. So let's get started. So we're going to make this card. Then we're going to jump into a quick fun fold. And then we're just going to do a quick play and drop simple card with some patchwork. So it looks bright, but I tell you, it was a lot of fun and it's easy to do. So, and these cards are great if you have lots of scraps left over, excuse me, and you need to batch. So we're going to pull out a lot of items from the annual catalog, not so much from the mini. And a lot of colors. Okay, so we're starting with a basic white thick card base, as always. That's usually like what I like to do. And instead of doing your standard A2 card, I'm doing a landscape card that is 4 1/4 by 11. And then we have our 2 layered bases. And so what I did was I used Basic 3D embossing folder set. There's 3 of them. And so I embossed it with this one here, which at first you think it's seashells, but it's actually flowers. And I thought it would just give it that nice little roughness around there. So we'll work with that. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal for this. I like the Seal Plus when I'm dealing with texture because it just holds better. At least I feel it holds better. The liquid glue works just fine too, but Seal Plus is like that little bit of extra that gets it going there. And then we're just going to stick that on. So you have layers, right? And so I should have enough time tonight to write out the measurements. And if you're part of my newsletter, I can share them there. And then that's going to pop on. Perfect. Just want to make sure it fit. Okay, so, and then here's that fun paper that looks kind of rosy and like paper roses or something. So again, I'm just going to grab my Stamp Seal Plus. Just give me a second here. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. My kids are home and forgot that I was doing Facebook Live and they started playing hockey in the middle of the living room. So, which causes noise. So hopefully you didn't hear too much of that. Okay, so then we're gonna stamp first before we assemble. So there you go. Now all this needs is some ribbon. So you could use any ribbon you have on hand. I found my jute pack, which has all of the new in colors. and thought the Moody Mauve would work really good, even though it's not the coordinating color according to the designer series paper. But I really like it, and I thought it fit perfect, and I wanted something more stringy and textury that would change things up. So I don't like to waste. So what I like to do is cut my, that's probably still too much, probably wasted a bit there, is cut my trim down and then run those two. Then I can use either, I'll just use Seal Plus because it's right here. Why not? And just run a strip there. Or you could use tape, it doesn't matter. And all we're going to do, because why sit here and wrap twice when it's not even like, nobody sees the back. So then you're wasting 5.5 inches of amazing ribbon that nobody sees and is hidden on the back. So we don't want to do that. Just gonna pull that across. See, I wasted some. And then do a second one. Yeah. So I'm super excited because I've just had 3 people join our team this week. We currently have an amazing kit sale going on right now. A starter kit sale, which is 35% off. I wish I had that when I started, and I don't. So if you have ever wondered what Stampin's like and want to try us out, or are curious or would like to see the products, or maybe you are a past Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you know, love some of our products, now is the time to stock up. And we get together every month. I'll let the girls say congratulations. Thanks, Lena. So Lena and I are on the same team as well, but different, sharing the same upline. And so that's how we got to know each other and even crafted together in person. And so, yeah, so we do meet once a month and we craft, we create, we chat, we do workshops together, we do clubs together, we do card swaps. And then whenever I hold a retreat or workshop, they also get discounts. And whenever I hold card club, they get all my tutorials for free. So that's the joy of being a prairie grass stamper. Now, you don't have to be in Winnipeg. You can live anywhere in Canada and be part of my team. So think about it. Come check us out. No commitment. And if you don't like us and don't want to be a part of our group, then you don't have to. But at least you walk away with $165 of product for only $90. That's tax included. Okay, right? Who does not want that? Okay, so there we go. Done like dinner. Now let's get stamping. So this time I chose a little flower. So I went back into the annual catalog and grabbed Sending Smiles. Still one of my favorites. Love all the little notes and everything like that. You can see I use this often because it's a mess. And polymer stamps, after time, don't lose their stickiness. So then you have to wash them and clean them so that way they are sticky again. You can see mine are all over the place because they have lost their stickiness. Okay, so polymer stamp, we're gonna use Berry Burst. And I'm wondering how juicy this is. It's probably super juicy because they all have been. And I'm gonna move that before I ruin it. And so I've had to push, you can see, push away some of that ink. I used to dab, but see how juicy that is? I mean, I'm not complaining because that means you get all this extra ink. I rarely ever touch my refills for stamping to refill this because they're just so juicy. Love it. I don't want to get, Berry Burst is definitely not an ink you want to get on anything because then you're like, I ruined my project. There you go. Much lighter. It dries lighter anyway. And then we're going to grab a couple of the fleurs. You can use any of the flowers. I chose this one for up here. And then I chose the little one for down here. It comes with like 3-4 different flowers, so pick whichever one you want. And you could do these separately. But what I'm going to do to save time is position these exactly where I want them. And because they're polymer, I can see right through them. Then I'm going to take my block, push down, and now I can stamp 2 flowers at one time. Right? So just make sure I line them back up again in the right spot, and I should be good to go. There we go. Blob. We can fix that. So now we're going to take some crushed curry and we're going to get those centers done. We'll have to clean those off. There we go. I lost my little center in there. That's why I got that little blob there, because it fell off the block and then I was trying to pick it up and I pushed so hard and made that little mark. I was like, what's going on? Why won't this come up? And I'm like, oh, right. Just too much use. Not complaining. Okay, so this one goes right about there. Can't get my head in there. And then, well, let's just stick it on the back. And then this wee little one here goes right in the center there. Ta-da! There we go. What else do we need? Oh, and then we need some pretty peacock. Love this color. So I asked my team what one of their favorite new in color or new returning and new colors are. And pretty peacock was like so far one of the most popular votes thus far. So I chose the pretty peacock out of the whole thing because this was one of their favorite colors. Now I knew I had there it is. I'm like, I knew I had this really tiny piece of white that I could play with. And I know I had a green here as well, but I'm not too sure where it is. Okay, so I chose Happy Birthday, I think it was. Yeah, this one says birthday wishes. So that's what it was. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm straight. So the nice thing about polymer too is you can bend them. So we've done some technique classes, like my team has, in showing how you can bend polymer stamps to get them into the size and positioning you want on a card to just give it a different shape. So they're not always straight, they could be curved. So I'm just gonna try and line this up right at the bottom there. Just realized I forgot to put Post-it notes at my table. Oh, there you go. Right? Oh, good old chamois. Okay, now it's stuck under my nail, but good thing they're just water inks. So we'll get those off later. But now it's all in my finger. So, has that ever happened to you? Or, have you ever dropped? Those are fun too. When you drop your ink pad all over your project. Did that on a scrapbook page and I was like, no! But when you're creative, like we are, you find ways to cover up your boo-boos. See how that just fell off? Because I use it way too much, which is not a bad thing. That's a compliment stamp set. Don't worry. We got lots of love for you. Now here's the fun part, trying to cut that. So you could just use scissors, which I'm going to do. Or you could, I don't like to use these ones. I like to use round ones. Or you could stick it into your paper trimmer. So, forgot to grab my long scissors. So I just take a pair of long scissors and just go right across without trying to move that blade. And there you go. Now, this set actually comes with dies to cut that, but I'm not going to bother. It's just not worth it. But, if you think different, please do say so. So now we're going to take this, if I can pick it up, it's so small, and we're going to add it here to the bottom. So you can see I put just a tiny bit on the edge. So when it's this small, I'm going to use my tweezers. And then I have this fine tip glue pen here, which I have for cash and carry. I buy these off Amazon, but they come in bulk. So then I like to keep them on hand. So whenever we have retreats or we meet in person, then you can easily buy one off me. They're like $1. So cheapy. But they work so much better than any other fine tip glue that is available. I know Stampin' Up! Sells fine tip glue, but I prefer this. So I drop my liquid glue in there, my Tombow, and away we go, right? So again, just gonna use my skizzers and go right across, not so straight. So I'm just gonna come in with these and fix that because I'm like, that doesn't look very straight to the eye. But maybe if I cut this ends off. Hang on, because I'm gonna cut the ends off because I didn't want the ends on there. Oh, it doesn't look so bad now. Perfect. The eye is so deceiving. Okay, so now all we have to do is glue that on. What do you think so far? Does the paper still look tacky to you, or is it a paper, like pattern paper, designer series paper you would actually consider? Oh, my team's quite funny. They're like, no thanks. And I'm like, but you haven't even played with it. It's amazing what you can do when you have small chunks of the designer series paper, right? Okay, thanks, Gail. Now, you don't have to be nice. You can fully admit it. Okay, so this just fits here. Now, what I really like about this layout, if you're doing Christmas cards or you got to do bulk, this is a fantastic way to get, to make a card look like you spent $10 on it, but really it's a lot of just little scrap pieces of paper put together. Like seriously, this is how I got this card. Nothing fancy with it. So they were just pieces left over. These are 6x12s that I had left over, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Well, I'm gonna create a product-based class showing you how you can take one designer series paper and make it look pretty. If Marie was here, she'd be like, no thanks, because I know she was one of them that was like, I don't like that paper. But it is kind of artsy-fartsy. My mother-in-law, if she was still here, would totally love this paper. And I would make her 3 fun folds with this paper just because I know she loves her. She's an artsy-fartsy, and she's in the art world, so this is totally up her alley. Okay, so you noticed earlier I tied a bow, and the reason I really like tying bows separately is because I can move it. So had this been way over here, my bow would have been in the way. So I could have even stuck it on the other side. So this allows me to really move my bow around. And then if you find that it moves too much and you don't like that, then you can just stick a piece of glue, stick a glue dot underneath it, and you'll be good to go. Okay, where's my birthday wishes? Oh, there it is. Phew. So I'm going to stick a dimensional, I'm just going to grab a mini on the end because it's going to hang off the edge there, and we want it to line up well. Let's make sure I'm putting it on the right side. Okay, I am. And then we're just going to use glue for the other half because then it's flush. Oh, time to refill. Time to refill. Okay, so we're just gonna, I'm gonna leave this upside down in my beautiful holder over here. So then that way the glue will stay on. And then we're just gonna line this up wherever we feel. You can line it up to the edge if you like to. Either way, I think this one I went all the way to the edge, this one I didn't. And it's good to go. Now we just need to bling it up. And I have my bling here. Where is it? There it is. So, gotta use waste not. So I pulled out these butterflies because I don't have very many left. And I thought, perfect, now I can get rid of these. And what doesn't go with flowers? But butterflies. So I made a little boo-boo there. So we're gonna take a little butterfly and we're gonna cover up my boo-boo like it's coming right onto that petal. Yeah. And we can even add a bigger one, maybe down here, 1, 2, and then we need a third. So we'll just add a little wee one up there. There we go. So there's our card. Oh, I guess we need to put it on the card base. So let's add that there. Now I did add tape because I felt it was sliding too much. So again, nobody sees the back. So let's just regular, normal Scotch tape. Don't need anything fancy. And we're just gonna add all these strips because we don't want to waste anything. And I'll grab a new pack. Didn't realize I was that low, but we got lots of extras. And always have extra dimensionals because those are critical. And I always like to put 2 or 3 in the middle because what happens is when it goes in the mail, you know, the mail carriers aren't always exactly handling these with care when they have lots of bulk mail to transfer and deliver. So you don't want it to go flat. Now, I just have to hold this up to be able to see where I'm going here from corner to corner. And then I will put that back down. And hopefully I'm straight. Ta-da! Birthday wishes. And then I'm just gonna grab a sling. We'll just grab this one from the daisies because that's the other set I'm using. Or, actually I have a few other ones, but oh well, we'll just use this one. And we'll grab Berry Burst and we'll just put on the inside, wishing you the brightest birthday. Because this is bright paper, why not? Okay, where'd all my blocks go? I have one there, one there. Oh, I used 2. Okay, so let's get this guy off. And grab this one, like so. Let's move things. And add this on there. So you can place this anywhere. And let's be rebels and put it at the top of the card. It's a polymer stamp set, so I want to make sure there's nothing underneath there. I can't even see that really. Okay, I'm hoping this is centered because I can't see the top of the card through the block at this angle. Close enough. Wishing you the biggest birthday. Brightest birthday, sorry. Brightest birthday. And this time I set at the top. So then now you have lots of room to do all your writing. Who says it has to be at the bottom? Right? So there you go. That's card number 1. Simple. So squares and pieces just thrown together. Hope you like that. Like the card even though it's too bright for me, right? Yeah, full page would be too much. But, you know, my friend loves bright cards and she's, you know, cheery, bright, cheery person. So it worked out perfect. Okay, so here's card number 2. So this one's an easy fun fold and you can do this fun fold in multiple ways. Excuse me, I just need to take a sip. And again, a little bright. So this one uses a pumpkin pie base. So this one has tons of colors. So you could easily tone it down by using any of those blues, right, that are in there. So some Night of Navy, Azure Afternoon, definitely a Night of Navy if you want to tone it down. And all I did was cut it up and stick it into pieces here. So this one's an easy fun fold as well. And if you do this fun fold, there's lots of options, right? So all of you great card makers out there know that you can twist this up. What are different ways, right? Because this one opens up like so, just like that, right? So it kind of acts as its own little buckle, but there's other things we can do to keep a card closed when you fold it and do the gate fold. Or I think some people call this the, you know, front door kind of thing, because it's literally, instead of folding it in half, you're folding the 2 ends in to create a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's really not that much different or difficult. So this is easy. Once you get that, all you need are your 3 pieces. So 3 equal pieces all the way through. And then all we're going to do is glue them on. So 2 are designer series paper, and then the other one is our stamping. So we'll just get all the stamping out of the way. So this one, in the new catalog, which I haven't yet ordered, there is a coordinating Christmas set for this one. And this is Biggest Wish, and we've used Biggest Wish in the past at one of our retreats and had lots and lots of fun with this one. I believe I gifted this one, so I took it and gave everybody a, you know, happy birthday or hello friend kind of thing, and showed everybody how they could create with this one. So it's lots of fun. I love the block size and then the writing size. So I still have to order the Christmas version, which I am going to get soon on my next order. Okay. So, or did I? Oh, maybe I ordered it yesterday because it was free shipping. I think that's what I did. So, yeah. Okay. And we're going to need pumpkin pie. And we're going to need crushed curry again. Okay. So, what I did with this one first was I did the birthday first. Because I didn't, birthday is longer than happy. And I didn't want to run out of space on where I was going to, you know, I didn't want birthday to be half off because my happy was too close to the side. So we're going to do the happy first, which means I don't need pumpkin pie. I need fresh curry. And I'm going to move all of these, except for that little one, because we're going to use that flour again. So I'll move it onto this here and move that into here. I'm going to keep the other one because I know I need it. Okay. So let's grab happy if you're happy. Oh, no, not happy. Birthday. We need birthday first. Okay. So, what was I thinking? You're probably, you know, feel free to post a funny emoji because that was pretty funny. Okay. So, we're going to take the birthday, which is off my block. What was I thinking? Let's make sure this is good to go. I'm going to stamp it just in case because I see lots of glitter in my ink. You can kind of see it. It's there, 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 there. I don't know how I got that glitter in there. Oh, just wait till we get the new paper pumpkin kit, which is I'm hoping to get by Monday. And there's a bonus glitter bottle in there. I'm like, oh no. Me and glitter, they're so funny. So I'm just doing this lengthwise because it's easier for me to see if I'm straight because I can't put my head in the camera. There you go. I mean, I can, but it's just so rude. So there's my birthday. Tried to center it as best, or put it on there as best as I could. And then now we're going to grab the happy, because I'm happy. Okay. So, whoops, tap it in the ink. See? Oh my. Thank you, Shammy. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Wasn't sure if I cleaned that properly. Okay. So again, I use these a lot so they slide around inside the case. Because they're so much fun. And you could stack these, right? So, I know, Gail, right? It does look so cheery. Especially on a cold day like today. So, a cold, calm night. Now, I'm going to try and find that center. And put that word happy in there. Hopefully straight. And then we have happy birthday. I love doing this method because it's so much fun. When you do light color with dark color. What other color combinations would you like? Blues with red? Would that work? So many things. Okay, we'll just clean that off. Because you know me, I already dipped my finger. Oh, and guess which finger? So, oops, just dropped my birthday. So, I know when that happens, I'm going to get more ink on myself. And it's probably because, you know, it's later in the evening, but who knows. So now we're just going to add some fleurs, nice and light. We're doing second generation here just to give it some oomph so it doesn't look so boring. And then it matches the patterns on the other two. So it gives it that busy looking bright pattern going. I'm still curious as to where all that glitter came from. I must have been working with gold or something. Okay, now where did my insert go? Oh, there it is. So let's just make sure I cut this properly to 4 by 5 1/4 because I had lots of pieces going on. Yep. And we're going to stamp this one as well. So bring back that pumpkin pie. And we're just going to use the same sentiment. Wishing you the brightest birthday. So usually what I do is, you're probably like, oh, well, how come they all have the same sentiment? Don't worry. They're going to 3 different people. And then what I do is I randomly pick from my 20 million piles of cards already prepped and ready to go. And package them into an old paper pumpkin box and gift them like 10, 12 cards, and that becomes their birthday gift, which they fully appreciate. So that way they can use them all around. So now we have our 3 pieces in Daffodil Delight. Yep, that's bright. Because I wanted to pull out the yellow out of there, and we're going to put 1 piece each on there like so. I just flipped the darkers so that they're not on the same side. No biggie. And then we're just going to center those on there. So this is a really simple card. So if you have lots of scrap, you can easily turn this into a fun fold flap card. And this was a card that design we've used many times, I think. But I think my very, very, very first actual retreat, Marilyn made one of these cards with our love set. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. I picture it, but oh, it was, I think, one of the first dies, word dies we had. And it was black, gold, and I think it was pink or red, but it really stood out. Super pretty. Oh, I still need that. Okay, so that's it. We're done. Seriously, fastest card ever. So, and you don't need any fancy tools. Now, if you did want to step it up, obviously, you can die cut your pieces and with stitched rectangles or something, right? There you go. There's the inside. And then now these. So all you have to do is line them up. Now this is where my OCD kicks in. So I grab my Tim Holtz ruler and make sure I'm 2.75 along each side, right? I know. Go ahead, put the funny emoji on there. Hello, Melissa. Nice to see you. How's things down in sunny states? And so then I go in here and I go, well, this one's easy because it's the center. So all I have to do is find my center, and that becomes the center there. And then I just have to make sure they're all equally spaced. So this is my OCD coming in because I can't eyeball things properly. And I just try and make sure I use those lines as my guide. I know, I'm weird. Okay, so trick. Remember, only glue 1/2. So if you saw there, I didn't flip vertically 90 degrees. I flipped horizontally 180 degrees. So then we're just gonna line that up. Like so. So the glue is only on one side. If you put glue all the way through, what happens? Your card does not open. So again, just flip it. This is your guide, and you know roughly where your glue ends. Right about there. Add your glue. And then flip it again. Find your mark and add it. I know. Go ahead, laugh at me. And then watch, it's probably not even centered. Yeah, not so bad. So this is the other great thing about liquid glue. You got time. You got time. So, time. Okay, now we'll just add that on there. So again, flip, because you know where that center line is and where your glue should go. So now this is going on the opposite side. Otherwise, all 3 pieces will open on the other side. And now this is where I just eyeball. Because my other 2 pieces should be even, and this one makes sure that they are, or deceitfully hides the mistake of not lining up properly. And there you go. And, well, it needs some bling. So let's bring back those butterflies. Where's my take your pick? I can't live without take your pick. There it is. And we're just gonna add some in here. So we'll add one right about there. Maybe bring one right up here. Oh, no one's gonna see that. It's too busy. Okay, we'll go right about there. And then we'll add another small one over here. There you go. Now, how simple is that? What a great way to get rid of all your extra bling. Well, that doesn't work, right? So you gotta lock it and twist it. And there's your happy birthday. So cute. But look, it doesn't look so disturbing anymore, right? Versus a full sheet. Okay, so that was card number 2. I am impressed with my timing. Look at that. Okay, so this is card number 3. I gotta get my strip. I lost a strip, so I cut an extra and then I was cleaning up and then I found it. So this one uses our daisy set. Where is it? Cheerful daisies. Love, love, love it. The dies are the best part. Honestly, I have more fun playing with the dies than I do the stamp set. Because that's the die right there. Where is it? Where is my die set on this? Here it is. Just gonna give you a quick glimpse. So it comes with a frame and then it has this big one, which is the one I cut out. Then these pieces fit on top of those. So I don't mind these because they're nice and big. Some of the ones we have where you layer and layer and layer, the pieces are wee, wee, wee small. Too small for me. But this I can deal with. And you also have a nice frame. Oh, I forgot to cut out my frame. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of die cutting because we forgot to do that. Or unless I cut a second one. Nope, I don't see one there. Okay, I don't see one in my pile. So let's pull this one out. Again, it uses the side fold. I don't know, I just find that more fun than a normal standard card. Okay, but hey, what do I know? Do whatever, do you. Okay, so we have white on white. We're gonna have white on white on white, to be honest. Then we got a pretty peacock stitch circle. And then I had all these scraps. So then I was like, what do I do with all these? Well, that's how I came with this pattern. So this pattern just literally, these are my 2 pieces. And I switched it. Switch it. Switch. And I was like, to be honest, I cut this wrong. I meant to do it the other way, portrait. And then I was like, that's not right. And so, you know, you go with it. And that's what I ended up with. So that's why there's a skinny piece and it's not cut in actual thirds. Then I'm like, how do you cover up your mistake? Well, you just stick a circle over it. And that's how I got my circle. So that's true story, folks. That's the way we create. You turn boo-boos into creations. There you go. So that's all I did. So these were offcuts, cut with offcuts. Like, I mean, here, let me show you. Here's my pile of scraps. So all I did was take those scraps and go, you know, what can I do with this? I mean, there's a front card right there. Here's another square, so I could flip it anyway and make that first card easily. I know it's bright, so if you don't want bright, you can do this. You can even blend it to tone it down. And voila, that's it. Okay, so let's start gluing. Easy peasy. Now, I did cheat and die cut all of my pieces except for, because now I realized it, my sentiment piece. Okay, now we're just gonna go around. It's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, or 1/16, I guess. So you could go bigger if you like. And then we're gonna do the opposite side. And then again, the middle piece is just gonna take up that middle piece to kind of tie in wherever I did not line up properly. So just gonna make sure I'm even there. And again, love the liquid glue because I can manipulate. I have a few seconds to manipulate the paper to wherever I want. And then we're just gonna add glue there. It's okay. Oh, wrong corner. These 2 corners. Gotta make sure those corners are covered well. There we go. Could have made that one about a 1/16 inch wider. So, but we're going to cover it up. Oops. We're going to cover it up with the circle. See? Liquid glue gives you time. And then this piece just goes in the middle. So I could have made this piece wider. Maybe I did with this one. This one I made wider. So let's use that one. No one's going to see. It's going to get covered with most of the circle anyway. Look at that. That's such a pretty fresh freesia backing. So I could totally, I think I could use some vintage blending on it. And no one would be the wiser and look so cute. Oh, this one seems like it's a little shorter. Yeah, I don't like that because it looks like it's shorter. Let's see if this one is. Yeah, this one's the right size, but it's just not wide enough. So we'll just go with it. No one's going to know. I mean, they're going to get this card and go, hey, you're off-centered. No, I'm not, because I made sure I was centered. So there you go. And then we just got to put our circle here. See? So the circle's going to cover up most of it anyway. Oh, wait. So I did die cut one in lemon lime twist. That's right, Lena. No mistakes in paper crafting. And then the white one. So this one was a lemon lime. And then I was talking to Alana last night, and I was like, my upline, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. And she goes, well, try it in white. So I'm like, you know what? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do white on white and see if that works. But I also cut out some green pieces. And then I cut out the leafy piece in Lost Lagoon, because Lost Lagoon was another favorite that was mentioned by my team and a couple times. And so, or maybe it was more than 2 times. And thought, okay, I'm going to use that color in here as well. And Berry Burst, right? Berry Burst was quite popular. So, and I like to leave some of these in there, the holes. I don't care. That's okay with me, because I like the look of that. Some people will poke all of those out, and I'm like, nope, not for me. Okay, so this is, I'm going to go on the ends, because sometimes I like to flare them up. So you got to figure out, so this is white on white. So here you can see, probably with the bigger one, you can see the intricate little details in there, all those little lines, and that's what's going to make this look much better. So we're going to grab our fine tip, and I didn't put glue all the way. I just put glue on the closest, because sometimes I like to pop them up, and I kind of like it when they kind of flare a little. So of course they'll go flat in the mail, of course, and we're just going to stick that on there, and then curl those ends up on this one. Now you got to make sure you know where these pieces are going. I forget which is which. I think it goes this way. There. Like so. I always just look for that little notch or this lonely guy. And that goes about there. So then I know. Don't screw that up, Nemi. I got some fine tip glue going over here into those little nooks and crannies. There we go. And in we go. Okay, twist a little. Oh, I'm one off. I'm like, that doesn't look right. I'm like, the lonely guy's supposed to be to the right. There you go. Beauts. So that's 2 so far. And then we just got the 3rd one, which goes on this guy here. Oh, so pointy, there's a pointy one there. Pointy one, I believe, goes over here. Oh, no. I lied. I lied. I lied. There you go. Okay. So once you know the pattern, makes life easier. Love the Cheerful Daisies. Oh, I never did a class on this one because it was so crazy in June. I was running around soccer every day while my husband was busy trying to get the house finished. So you lose your life in summer in that case. There you go. So let me know in the comments white on white or color on white. What is it? So I guess this is tone on tone versus no tone on tone. So let me know what you think. So this is gonna go here. Now I didn't Pop-Tart that circle, just that. Need room for my sentiment, which I forgot to cut. So I'm just gonna take this right behind me, so I'm not gonna pull out my Big Shot in front of you. Just gonna cut it real quickly. It's right here. Because I cleaned up everything. In my craft room, I'm like, I have so much space now. I'm not trying to push things around. Okay, so that goes there. So we roughly know. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so we got to stamp this guy. So I'm going to pull out that Berry Burst again, because that was a favorite of my team. White on white, you like the white on white, right? Okay, anyone else? So I'm going to grab that and some Berry Burst. You know winter's coming because hockey's starting. So kids are in full swing in hockey. The Jets games start soon. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Halloween's right around the corner. Grey Cup's coming up. Oh my, it's gonna be busy. So there we go. Now I have a question while I finish this. Where did I put those pieces? Oh no. Should we, now it comes with these other colors or these other dyes. And I was wondering, you say yes or no, if I should put these behind. So there's one I cut in Lemon Lime Twist, and then I cut the other one in Lost Lagoon, just so that those leaves don't look so blah, right? I'm thinking Lemon Lime Twist, just to give it something different, because I have this, but you tell me, or if you prefer just white on white. And then I have this little piece that can go inside there. So it just gives those flowers a little pop. So let me know what you think. Just yes or no, or, you know, a happy face or a thumbs up while I put these two together. And then I will know what you think. Okay, so that's gonna go a little higher, but, oh, lemon lime. Thank you, Lena. Anyone else? Oh yeah, Melissa says white on white too. Perfect. I made the right choice and I got some great advice. So thank you. I do like it. Okay, oops. Those are very, very sensitive. So we're gonna plop that down. Get that to stick a bit. Okay, lemon lime on the back there. I'm gonna add those while the glue dries. If I was smarter on this, always if, I would have used cling adhesive to get these on, and that would have made life so much easier. Then it just become this very strong, sticky sticker. So add some glue. Dun, 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 dun. So if these colors are way too bright for you, that's okay. Because then you can just take whatever designer series paper, like do this exact same pattern in Christmas. That would be so cool, right? There you go. I probably glued that backwards. So I'm just gonna hide that along the back. There, like that. And that's ready to go, like so. I think I'm gonna Pop-Tart this one. This one I didn't. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. So I need a new look. I did add some dimensionals to the petals so that way they would stick up more. They weren't so flat, so we'll do that. because I really like that look. I don't want this to be so flat, so it lifts it up a bit. Gives it some dimension. That's why I also didn't put all my glue down. And maybe one over there. See if I can add one without having to cut it. One on this side. Yeah, there we go. Just gives it a little oomph. Could probably stick one underneath that guy, which then needs to be cut. Where's my, here it is. I've got a separate pair of snips that I just used specifically for glue. So, gotta make sure I use those so my paper ones stay clean. And stick this under a bit. Go. Gives it a little pop. And this guy can go right underneath here and in behind. Yep. So add some glue here. Don't need much because this guy's skinny. Stick him under. Yeah. There. Just adds a little bit of greenery up there. And then I said I was going to use dimensionals, right? I went from, oh, let's add dimensionals to, oh, we're just going to bling this up a bit more. That's one too many, but whatever. It's late. Getting close to everybody's bedtime. Maybe not Lena's, because it's probably early there, right? So I think you're earlier in Vancouver. So there you go. Right? Or am I wrong? Okay. Oops. Too low. So let's see if I can. Oh no. Pull this off. No, I can't. It's too low. That's okay. We'll go under. Did all that work though? Oh, we'll just put it on the other side. Looks just as good over here. Yeah, we'll balance it. Opposites. Okay, balance it over here instead. Okay, that works. Sweet. Phew. Okay, dimensionals. Dimensional on one side, glue on the other. And stick that under here. That works. Love it. Love it when the mistakes make things work out better. There we go. Now we just need some, I used linen thread. I was gonna use the jute, but I felt it was a little too thick. Even though I double my linen thread and do a double bow, I just felt it was a little too thick. And again, easy peasy pattern designs that you can use whatever you got. You don't need to, although I would love you to go out and buy from me anyway, but that's not besides the point. You've got lots at home, but feel free to pick up these bundles if you don't have them yet. They are definitely a staple, especially daisies, because you know, winter will be here and next thing you know, it's spring. So we're gonna need those. Okay, there we go. And I think this will still fit nice in here with that petal. Or I could even put it over here. No, I want it with the flowers. I don't know where to put this. You tell me. Over here with the flowers or on the other side. And while I do that, I'll glue it down. I don't know where to put it. Or I could put it up there. Then we get that transition. Yeah, see, 727. You still got time. So I don't know. There, here. Leave it there, like at the top right hand, Lena, or over there. Those are your three choices. So top right hand, center, or left bottom. And then I will glue this down while you decide. And I'm gonna just glue this flat because I already did dimensionals, so I don't know how well this is gonna work in the mail. Don't trust the post office. Left. Okay, left bottom. Left bottom it is. Where's my, oh, there it is. I'm like, where is my Seal Plus? Just gotta make sure, I like to make sure my corners are well tacked out. Because this holds, you don't need a lot. A lot goes, a little bit goes a long way. And we're just gonna line that up there. Down a bit. And across. There we go. Let's pop a couple small dimensionals on those leaves so I don't lose them when they go in and out of an envelope. Just pop that one there. And one more. And like so. There we go. Oh, I had that guy tucked because he was off a little. So I'm gonna try and tuck him underneath there again. There you go. Now he's tucked. And we're just gonna grab a mini glue dot and stick that on. We're just gonna roll that mini glue dot so it's not so thick, just with our fingers. And then just stick that on the back, like so. And to the bottom left it is. Ta-da! Oh, we need some bling. Bling it. Bling, 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 bling. Oh, why is that not fitting? Okay, so where are our empty spots? Well, there's quite a few. So we got lots up there. So we're gonna stick one right in there. Then we can put a bigger one down here. I just want it to face the other way. Sometimes I put them facing down and then people are like, oh, is that a mistake? I'm like, no, I want it to be flying down. They don't all just go flying up, right? And you can stick one right up there to make that red pop, that deep red. Whew, almost done those. See, I could even stick a few on the inside. So all that's left is to stamp the inside, but you can do that later. And there you go. Give it a little bit of a haircut. And there's our third design. So it didn't really take me very long to create these. It was more like, what do I do with these scrap pieces and what do I do with this bright paper? So I hope you enjoyed those. So there's the one with the two different tones. And then you got the two here. So, you know, when they're next to each other, it's still a little bright, I guess. And then thought the pretty peacock will tone that down a bit with the third card over here. So there you have it. So I really hope you like those fun designs and how you can take something that is not really in your league like me and turn it into something really pretty. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. This weekend is hopefully going to be nice, not too chilly. Hope you have some great plans. I obviously have a birthday party to go to, and one of these here will be gifted to them along with a stack of cards, and the rest I'll do a draw for anybody who commented, shared, and liked the video. So once again, thank you for stamping with me and hanging out. So have a great weekend. See you next week, and happy stamping. Hope you have time to craft.